Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gamer Social Club weekly news podcast. We are recording on Thursday, the 2nd of October, 2025. We are into the spooky season, and we are going to talk about the scariest thing that's happened recently, which is all the huge changes that are happening at Xbox Game Pass. So you can look forward to that. But of course, before we get into all of that, uh, I am your host, Harry, aka Neighbors Crayfish. And with me today, I've got another full house. And of course, I've got no empathy, only daggers. It's Lady V. How are you doing, V?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm not in costume for this podcast. I know that obviously Adam is, but
Just
will
now.
be for girl pods throughout the month.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Somehow only Eddie got the memo.
Finally reveal Adam's real job as a gangster. For the for the video for the viewers who will enjoy that. With you audience,
Allegedly
a gangster. Sorry, nothing stuck. But yeah, of course, I have the greatest showman I know, Adam, aka oh no, not Addy, with me. How are you, Addy?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you? Good to see you guys. I've come straight from rehearsal. I've not even had time to change, so I still like full Nathan Detroit, which is quite fun. So
excellent. I'm
Love it. See you
expecting
all.
you to be in character for the whole episode.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll work on that. Yeah. Ready for some spicy takes.
And of course, we've got our very own Steam Deck verified Mark. Okay, we work in the Hive. How are you, my friend?
I'm really good, thank you, Harry. I'm normally the show Xbox shill, but this week I'm bringing my verbal lancer and I'm going to chainsaw straight through some Game Pass news. So
wow,
looking forward to showing all that up.
Using their own hardware against them. That's brutal.
Yeah,
that's
love it.
cruel.
Love it.
We love it. We do indeed. And of course, that voice you hear there is my brother from down under. It's Frase. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing good, Harry. Thank you so much for having me. It has been quite a while.
Yeah, overdue, absolutely. But I'm glad we had you on for this one because, again, when obviously this all happened, we were all obviously in our Discord being like, "Oh shit, what is happening? What are we going to talk about?" Well, we know what we're going to talk about, but what is happening?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I'm still on the fence.
Yeah,
on the fence phrase. I don't know my feelings yet. I guess you know that first.
Yeah, sometimes it's good not to rush. You know, I think that makes sense.
That's right. Yeah. When that first payment comes out of my account, then I'll have an idea about how I feel.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, of course, that is what we're going to talk about. But yeah, let me just run through our rigmarole real quick. We are, of course, some of the members of the Gamer Social Club website over at www.gamersocialclub.ca. We are a unlikely crew of unprofessionals who've gathered together to talk all things gaming when it comes to news, reviews, previews, interviews, guides, editorials, and anything else we can think of. You can find it all over there on our site. This, of course, is our YouTube. You have stumbled across one of our episodes, or you are a regular viewer. And in that case, good to see you again. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. If you would like to share any feedback with us, or chat about anything we talk about today, it's a pretty big topic. Drop it in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, the weekly news pod, alongside other shows like the Girl Pod, which features Lady V and another member of the team, Candy, it comes out every Monday. Yeah, anything else that we end up putting up here on the channel, we occasionally do guides. We did have the party chat, but I think that is something that we'll be probably working out in the background for now. But yeah, plenty more stuff to come and check out here. A few things you should know about us over at Gamer Social Club. 3 pillars, of course, are: one, we are an independent, sort of fully homegrown grassroots website. We're all doing this out of our own passion for video games. I wanted to share that with you. Number 2, any game that we review, we will finish. We will see credits, or if we can't do that with it, for whatever reason, we will play it as much as we can before we give you our opinions, our thoughts, and our score on it. And third and finally is that we run every piece of news through a rumor-free filter. So you can expect anything you get from us to be factual. It's not going to be based on hearsay on our social media and things like that. So you can be sure that anything you read from us is the case, and we will keep it up to date as best we can going forward with the story. So yeah, of course, you can find everything like our socials down below, alongside any of the topics that we discussed today and the articles that we may cover from our site. You can check all the links down below there as well. And of course, consider joining our Discord. It's a small one, but we are always trying to get things going. We're doing lots of community nights here and there. The last one we did was last night, where myself and Frase jumped on to play some Sea of Thieves as one of our community members, which is great fun. And of course, we've got things like Among Us on the weekends. I think we've got, what have we got coming up? It's not Among Us this time. It's something else Candy's got booked in, I believe.
No, for this weekend it is Among Us, but towards at some point during the month, as it is spooky season, we will be jumping on to play some Dead by Daylight.
That's what it is.
That's right. That's what it was. Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah,
I've never played it.
Me neither.
No,
Should be a bit of fun.
Me neither. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I might
There
try
you
that.
go.
A lot of squeaking.
Look at that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Candy's going to absolutely destroy us.
Yeah.
Probably.
What do I do?
You play Nicolas Cage now, something absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sure no.
But yeah, I think that is the rigmarole. If I've forgotten anything, watch a previous episode. I probably cover it there. But with that, we'll go into our first segment as always, which we'll cover real quick, which is what we've been playing. So going around the horn, let's start with Frase first. Frase, what have you been playing?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
So my week.
Fuck me.
Me.
Video games, what?
What? I don't know anything about that. This isn't the YMCA. My entire week has been consumed by Lords of the Fallen. I have played nothing else. Oh, actually, I can't remember if it was this week, but I reviewed a funny little indie game called Blippo Plus, which is a game about watching TV, and that's literally what you do. You just watch TV, and that's it.
Wow.
And you don't know if you're progressing, and you don't know what's happening, and then all of a sudden you get a little notification saying, "Oh, we've got new shows to watch." All right. And that was it. It was a gorgeous experience, though. I reckon there would have been at least 50 different shows.
Oh wow! Okay.
All of them were lovingly created with so much effort. They used old 80s recording technology to create the environment of this kind of 80s infomercial television simulator thing. And so you're just sitting there flicking through channels, watching these shows. It was originally developed for this tiny little, it's essentially like a Game Boy, but it's called a Playdate. I don't know if any of you have heard of it.
Yes.
So it was that's right. So the whole idea was you use the crank to make the TV run. And so you'd crank it and then watch the shows, and then you'd have to crank it again to like keep it running. I've never even heard of it, so I've definitely been on the lookout for one. They're quite expensive, so it's not really a gimmicky thing that I can justify quite at the moment.
They're very niche right now, yeah.
But yeah, that's been me. Lords of the Fallen, getting utterly annihilated by that, but having loads of fun, and it has it sparked a new interest in the Souls-like genre for me. I've been again
together. We're all going to do it.
Right, just call me on the fence Phrase, but I kind of teeter-totter. I play them, I suck at them, I don't play them again. So I'm going to go back and revisit a whole bunch of them. So that's me for the week.
Sounds good, man. Nice variety
loving
there, definitely. Lady V, what have you been up to then? I know you've been playing a couple of Souls games yourself.
Yes, I have. Well, Harry and I have been co-oping some of Dark Souls 2.
That's
Yay! I finally managed to get someone to play Dark Souls 2 with me. The best one.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's been good fun. We've been playing not a lot of it, but I did start up a character just to play through a little bit the other evening whilst it was downloading for you, I think. So and got all the way to the Lost Bastille in about an hour and a half, and I was like, still got it. Like, got like 5 bosses down in my first session, which was good. And then jumped on the next.
How much are you carrying him?
Well, we've not.
Fair
So I
amount.
started a new character then to co-op the next day.
So all the time then.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty much.
no. We've had some connection issues, which I
Yeah.
assume is Dark Souls 2 issues.
Yeah.
But no, we've been doing good. We did the Last Giant and we did the Pursuer. Harry's playing as a magic build, and he's very interested in getting right up in things' faces, despite the fact he's a ranged build.
Haha, got a dagger.
Yeah. Right.
Didn't say
That's
that.
right. You got it.
Ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Take
gonna
that.
So we
spell.
had-
Nope, dagger.
Take that.
We're going to use the magic of stabbing you in the neck.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Wasn't expecting me.
I've been playing with my standard rapier, which I always use when I play Dark Souls 2. So we had some dicey moments with the Pursuer, trying to get him to not one-shot Harry's character. You got caught by the grab attack, which is quite fun because I've not seen it in a while.
Well,
so it
to
was
be
good.
fair, that was the great thing, because at that moment I seem to remember I had dove in when I shouldn't have done, but it was because I was going for a backstab, which you then obviously would then tell me midway through him doing the grab attack on me, where I'm being like held up on his sword and like losing half my health, and you're like, oh yeah, you can't backstab him.
You
I'm like,
can't backstab him.
Oh, okay.
No, he's too big. Like, you can't backstab most of the bosses in Elden Ring. Like,
But
No,
he's got a
true, but
big
like,
back,
yeah.
right? So it should be easier.
Yeah.
it should be significantly. But in Dark Souls 2,
Right.
which I maintain has like one of the best backstab animations in the series, you don't just stab them in the back. You like knock them in the back of the head first, and then when they fall down onto their knees, then you backstab them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
that's
Pursuer doesn't fall over because he can float. So you can't backstab him. He's just flying about.
Oh,
Cheating.
Yeah,
is
but
what
I've been
he's
playing
doing.
that last night. Myself and Candy jumped into the community game night call just to hang out while the guys were playing Sea of Thieves.
Nice.
And I was playing some Code Vein, and I completely forgot how the parry system of that game worked, and it did not go very well for me. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, and I'm going to jump into Lords of the Fallen because Frase has convinced me that I should go back to it, because I think I've only
so
I think I've
good.
only cleared like the first 2 bosses or something in it, so I need to
I'm
move on.
pretty sure I'm at the end because
Nice.
I seem to be killing off all of my friends. Whether that's a thing that you're supposed to do or not, we'll see. My
Just like,
blacksmith
I'm
is
feeling
dead.
that way out today. Just-
Yeah. My blacksmith is dead, so I can't upgrade any of my stuff.
Oh, that
amazing.
happened to
A
me.
couple of-
Demon Souls. I swear I was so pissed off because I didn't like let the guy out of the cage, and then I went back to the Nexus, and everybody was fucking dead. I'm like, what the hell has just happened?
What is
Yeah.
happening? Yeah. So I'm underprepared to take on whoever this final boss may be.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Just just skill issue.
That's right, exactly.
Hey, now.
I'll just
That's,
call on my friends.
we've got
Yeah.
whichever ones are left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghosts of
No
them
one.
to cheer you up.
Absolutely none of them.
I'll just
okay.
sit there like this.
We're not going to help this guy. Fuck you.
You might murder
Adam.
me afterwards.
Adam, what have you been playing?
I have largely exclusively been playing Dying Light the Beast, which I have
Yes.
now finished, reviewed. I've got one achievement left to get. I did
Wow.
my penultimate one earlier today. Fucking sick! It was 6 headshots in 20 seconds on those shambling motherfuckers. Like they just really like you can stop. Well, yeah, I wasted so much ammo. It really pissed me off, but I got it, so I'm happy. But yeah, I've got one more to do, and it's a bit of a grindy one. You've got to like upgrade all the blueprints to the max. There's a lot of like resource gathering and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
the game is brilliant. Like I was talking about it last week, and like it's like the best Dying Light in terms of like it's got all of the best bits from the first and the second, but it brings the stories together from the first 2. Like so, it's kind of like what you might think as disparate bits have come together to kind of resolve some bits, and it looks amazing. Gameplay's like it's always been good in Dying Light, but it's really satisfying. There's been a couple of things that really bug me, like super grabby zombies, which they've just patched because our zombies are very handsy. So they've like made them less handsy. They've had the seminar, they've had the talk. You shouldn't be as grabby as that.
Yeah.
So that's good. And occasionally the parkour gets a bit like in the way of itself when you like because at night it's genuinely terrifying. Like I've played the other Dying Lights, and I enjoyed like the bits in the night when you're sneaking around and trying to dodge the volatiles and stuff for the super strong zombies you can't just kill because they will fuck you up. And then like if they spot you, there's like a chase sequence, like you've got to get to like where there's UV light or like a safe zone, or they will end you. But they feel really on top of you all the time, and the parkour is like when you're panicking, like why am I not going up? Why am I not going up? And they just murder you. You're like, sake. So I spent quite a lot of time, and I said it in my review, I spent a lot of time going to a safe zone, resting until morning and doing my shit in the morning because I spent one night in a bush because I was like, I can't move, it's just everywhere. Like I wanted to get to the safe zone. And like it's super fun, but like the fact that it made me felt like there's not I can lose 500 XP for dying. Like it's not the end of the world. I'd be fine. Like I kill enough zombies to make that back, but I didn't want to. Like you felt really terrified and claustrophobic, and the combat's really satisfying. Like the crunches of smacking them with something blunt, chopping a head off, and then it does that slow motion just as you do it. You see head come off, and like, that's good. And the story is really fun, and there's some really surprising human moments in it as well. It's like from quite a lot of the side quests, because the whole point is that Kyle Crane is pissed. Like he's the protagonist from the first one, and he's been experimented on for 14 years, basically, because he's immune to the virus that's made everybody a zombie. And then he's like, they've basically these like super powered human infected type hybrid thing, and they've used his DNA to create loads of like chimeras and stuff in the world, and they used it to create the titular beast. And then it all kicks off, and the beast escapes and shit like that. And it's like if Kyle Crane was on a rampage the whole time, it would feel like a bit like one-dimensional, I think. And throughout the story, it really there's some points that really remind you about like humanity. Like this is what's going on in the world. People just try to survive and all that sort of stuff. I just thought it was really well done. Like, it really struck me a couple moments where there's like of all the shit that's going on, and like this guy was dying, and he's like, oh, can you get us some birthday gifts for my brother? I'm like, yeah, I'll help you out. And then like it's not his birthday, and it was just like he just wanted to like say sorry for like letting him down. It's like, oh my fucking god! And just like it's just super good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I give it an 8.5. Really enjoyed it. A couple of bits just bugged me. There's a couple of issues where like it says kill all the enemies in the area, and then you kill all the enemies in the area, and the quest markers were still there. You're like, quick reload, kill them again, and then they went away. So like there's a couple of bits like that, but nothing major. It ran brilliantly because when you've got a fuck ton of zombies on screen, you're being pursued, and it's all kicking off. There was no slowdown. It was really well optimized, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and would thoroughly recommend it. Absolutely. I mean, I always loved those series, but yeah, I know they're not for everyone. Parkour's a bit finicky sometimes, but when it works and you're flying around and super fun. Love it. Nice. Sorry, rambled a bit much on that, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Again,
I love
enjoying it, man.
Like I loved the first one.
Yeah,
but I couldn't get into the second one. I don't know. It was. I think it's the timed areas. You know how you have to go into the darkness and you can only be in there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
I'm not good under pressure.
Yeah, I'm like that with time limits. I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm just like,
time limits, and like somebody with a fucking health bar, like escort mission. Really hate that. Dying multiple times because I suck at it. But yeah,
definitely.
Fully recommend. Another fucking good game this year. My God,
brilliant.
It's been a big year. So we've still got 3 months.
We're in a busy period now.
Yeah. Mark, what have you been playing?
It won't be too much for me, really. There's a couple of games that I can't talk about that have been taking up a lot of my time the last week, but reviews will be out for those in the next few days. Probably not in time for the show being live. The rest of my time I've been continuing with Look Outside, which is a game I've mentioned on here a couple of times. A survival horror 2D pixel art I'm playing on my Steam Deck. Continues to get weirder and weirder and weirder. It's definitely given me the spooky vibes for October. So I've been really enjoying that. And I've also had only about an hour, but I've had a dabble for the first time in my life in Hotline Miami. It was on sale for about £1 or £2, and thought, yeah, you know what, I heard stuff about this for years, and it's good fun. It's kind of thing I'm not going to totally 100%, but yeah, it seems like something I can dabble through, and gory as fuck. Like everything's going on,
Cool.
blowing people's brains out and
Mm.
stabbing people, smashing their faces in, and kicking their head in on the floor. It's all going on in the violence domain. So yeah, it's been good fun, and that's something I'm definitely gonna see through. But it's just one of those kind of big indie games that's been in my kind of peripheral vision. Never
Yeah,
got a
man.
chance to do before, but Steam Deck has just opened so many doors, and when the games are a quid or two, it's just add them to basket, add to basket, add to basket. It's
That's what's
actually
so fun about
crack
asking you what you've
cocaine.
been playing this week. And like of all the people, yours is like the most sort of like eclectic of like it could be anything from like a game that's dropped like this week to something that came out literally like Hotline Miami like what I think it must be over a decade old now,
Probably
Yeah,
is,
it must be.
yeah.
like at least. And I mean, it holds up because of its art style and have that and everything. Absolutely, like it's just one of those. I feel like that's kind of it designed itself in such a way it's timeless. But yeah, when you think about when that came out at that time, it's like, oh yeah, you can see why it turned heads. Like that was a standout game in that sort of time frame. But yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. And yeah, as we said, I've been obviously enjoying Dark Souls 2 with her, and I'm also covering a game for review, currently under embargo for that. Won't be reviewing it, but helping out with it. So some more on that to come in the next week or so. And I think, yeah, with that done, we will move on to our main topic of conversation for this week's episode, which is everyone take a breath, get a drink, have a sip of your drinks, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Pitchforks
Because
out, guys.
yeah,
Like,
because of course, yes, we are going to be talking about the changes that have happened over at Xbox, in particular, obviously with Game Pass and the tiers, how they have changed around, the change in pricing, and generally, obviously, the wider conversation over how Xbox has maybe handled this, their general approach to communication over not just this year, but it's been a constant issue for a very long time now. Unfortunately, like a lot of these things, it kind of dates back quite some way, and going over all of it, it kind of has to happen if you're going to look at it as a topic. But yeah, if anybody fancies leading on it, I'm go straight ahead. But
Mark's chomping at the bit here.
yeah,
I think
Yeah,
Mark, do you want to
he's
lead on this
he's
one?
been sending the Xbox memes in the chat. Like he's
Yes.
like, he's
You go-
ready.
You go right ahead, man. I've got our article up here, which was written by
Yes.
Dano. So if you also want to read up on it, please check that out. That'll be in the link below. But yeah, Mark, take us away.
There's so much to get into, isn't there? For first things first, I think some of the lower tiers, the upgrades that they're getting, fair enough, that they seem pretty positive. The reality is most of us are gaming on Game Pass Ultimate, that's where the big changes are gonna impact with the big price increases. So up to $30 in the States, here in the UK, £24, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Frase, I've seen online that it's about 35 Aussie dollars now.
$35. Yeah. Yep.
Which is just criminal, like absolutely.
It's already
crazy.
25.
Mm.
It's gone up from 25, so it's only a $10 increase for.
Okay.
conversion
yeah,
wise,
sorry.
it's 17 quid here.
It's just, and that's what the second or third increase we've had in about 14, 15 months. I think that the key thing now, that the key takeaway, like the headline for me, is just the complete removal of the greatest deal in gaming. It just isn't anymore. It's completely gone now. And I think the one thing that Game Pass and Xbox had through Game Pass is just that value proposition of value, and that value no longer exists anymore. Of course, there's different ways to get hold of Game Pass subscriptions. So I was straight onto CD keys, now called Loaded for whatever reason. I don't know why they changed, to get 6 months added to my account. So there's other ways to get subscription, but going directly to Xbox, paying that kind of money per month, and I think when you work it out, what that's going to cost a gamer in a year, it's just not really worth it anymore. That's $360 US a year. I don't imagine that many people are playing enough games to really warrant that. A lot of people will subscribe to Game Pass for Call of Duty. You may as well just go and buy Call of Duty now for like two months of the subscription, if that's kind of what you're looking to get out of it. But I've tweeted quite a bit about it over the last couple of days. What I don't understand is who is the audience, like the new audience for this now? Because I think the PC Game Pass proposition is still fair. I think that's okay. But who is going to now join this for the first time? I don't think there's anyone out there that sees this as a value. When Game Pass was 15 quid a month and you're a real, casual gamer, like my brother-in-law plays a few games here and there. He's like, yeah, I'll give that a go. And he's been at it for a while, but he's texted me today saying, gone, not paying that.
Yeah, when you talk about like new people, you're talking specifically, I think, about the ultimate tier, not the two lower ones.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Totally full. Yeah, totally full, man. And I think some people have been, for him, he's been going for that because he can play a bit on his phone, he can play a bit at home when the kids are in bed. But I think that kind of casual audience who think, yeah, you know what, I'll give that a go, and kind of forget the subscription fee, they're going to walk away now. But I just think the new audience will disappear. They've talked a lot about the growth in cloud opportunities. I don't know anyone who's ever subscribed to Game Pass for cloud. I guess there's probably a few people out there, but I think it's more seen as a supplementary service for people that have Game Pass and game on their console or on their PC. And just kind of wider for Xbox, they've been, removing consoles from shelves globally. You go into a video game store now, there's basically no Xbox in there at all. Like, what is going on? Like who are they trying to sell this, brand to now? And another thing I was talking about online was which just is crazy to look back on. Going into this generation we're in now, Game Pass was kind of the life support to Xbox. It was, if it didn't have Game Pass going into Xbox Series generation, I think it was cooked anyway. When this generation came in, there was a service that most people have now forgot called Xbox All Access, and you could get your Game Pass Ultimate, your console, and everything you needed to game for a monthly fee.
Yep.
For a Series S at launch, that was $25. So $5 cheaper, you got a console than what you get now. And the Series X was only $5 more at $35. Like, how much has that gone up in 5 years? That is absolutely mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you are going to buy a console, and which is what, $600, I think, now in America, like it's about £500 here in the UK.
Yeah.
And then buying Game Pass on top of that, there's just nobody doing this anymore. I just can't see how they see the future of the brand anymore. I'm absolutely baffled. Been a main Xbox in 20 years now, and I just don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. I'm completely bemused, and the value of Xbox being a value option just doesn't exist anymore after this to me.
Yeah,
Let's start.
Yeah,
I think as well. Sorry,
you just wanted to say. I'll let you go next. But just in case people listening or watching haven't had a chance to look over the tiers and things like that, since we were speaking specifically about the ultimate tier, most people will recognize that name because it was what everyone was on originally, and most people probably still are currently. But it has changed, not just the price, but other things have been added to it now. So it's not that you're just getting what you had previously, but you are now getting other things included with it, such as Ubisoft Plus Classics and EA Play are both included with it, alongside the Fortnite Crew subscription. That all comes into effect in November. The other thing you also get is you'll be getting day one games a year, 75 plus day one games a year, including all Xbox published games day one. And the clarification on that was also that Call of Duty is included in that, but you will not be getting games like Call of Duty day one on the premium tier, which is the next one down, where you are still getting access to a library of about 200 plus games. That's double on Ultimate. But you are getting Xbox published games within a year of launch on the second tier, the middle tier premium. So
but not Call of Duty.
but yeah, not Call of Duty. That is one of the stipulations they made, which is that Call of Duty will not be a game that comes to the premium tier within a year of launch or day one or anything like that. So you are not getting a game on premium that is a yearly launch still. So you are likely to then get Call of Duty Black Ops, this one, 7, is it? Sorry, I lose track. And that you may get that coming onto the surface once the next one's released, but like after it's released, it won't be, within a year, as I said. But anyway, sorry, just wanted to tidy up those sort of clarifications, at least between the tiers, especially because the name Ultimate could be misleading to people.
Yeah, and they've also kind of, because they've split core, haven't they? You've got Essential,
yes,
which is now core, which is what was core, and then you get more for that because you get 50 games, don't you?
That's right.
But core, you had 200. Yeah, you had the standard stuff, wasn't it? Game Pass standard, fucking all over the place with the naming, aren't they? and then so they created Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. So there's 3 tiers now, isn't there?
That's right.
But you get, if you're going on Essential, which is basically the base level for online multiplayer, but you get 50 games with that as well, which is a plus compared to what you might get, I suppose. But if you compare it with the PlayStation tiers, it's not the same, is it?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the value adds sort of a thing that they've got in Ultimate, because that's the thing that I think they're trying to plan on people being like, oh, well, this is worth this much money and this is worth this much money. So if I get it all in one for experience, then I'm saving money. But I don't know anyone who's buying Game Pass who's also buying Fortnite Crew. So that's worth like $12 a month. But most people, I assume, who are using Fortnite Crew probably only play Fortnite. Like, I can't imagine that they're really interested in the 400 plus games or 75 day one titles.
But like, I guess that they're betting on, for 10 quid more, I get 400 games. Because that's an easier jump, isn't it? Like, if you're paying $12.99 for Fortnite Crew, that's less of an ask to go the £10 one and go, look, all the games I'll get, and I'll get Call of Duty, and I'll get, because they're betting on all of the Call of Duty, Fortnite, and FIFA at the end, delayed, but every year. They're the biggest games, aren't they? Like, they're betting on those big titles, and they got them as well. Like, from a business perspective, that makes a lot of sense in terms of not necessarily the pricing or anything like that, but like in terms of what they've included in that. Like, got to be what they're going for, right?
Do you think also? Oh, sorry, V.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say, like, it's $12 a month, so it's $18 more to get Ultimate, which I think you might be like, oh yeah, it's only $18 more, but I think that's quite a big ask for a lot of people. And obviously they've added the Ubisoft Plus Classics, which is valued at $8 a month. But to be fair, I don't think they add stuff quickly enough to the Ubisoft Plus Classics to make it worth it. So they've just added the Lost Crown to it, I think. But I got that in January on like an 80% discount. So like, I'm not paying an extra $8 a month. I pay for Ultimate. I probably won't drop down to Premium, purely because I am one of the people that actually uses cloud gaming all the time. Mark, it's me. I'm the one guy.
and me.
Yeah,
hey, we'll throw them on right here.
I use it a lot. So having the best wait times and stuff like that on it, and the dedicated servers and things is pretty good. But I also think, it's like you have that. Yeah, you're getting, people might say, oh, I've already paid for Fortnite Crew, I'm going to get another 400 games. But in the decade of, or the age of Steam, every day's a sale. Am I even going to have time to play half of these games? It seems like it was much more of a value proposition when it was a little bit cheaper, and you're like, okay, so if I only use it to play 5 or 6 games a year, if I had bought those games full price, then I'm getting them, like, my money back. But if I now only use it to play like 5 or 6 games a year, then and I don't play Fortnite because I don't, then where's my value proposition? And I could just move to PC. PC Game Pass seems like such a better deal. PC Game Pass is like so much. Yeah, because they get everything the Ultimate gets. You just can't play on console. So they have access to all of so they get Ubisoft Classics, they get EA Play included, they have all the games, 400 games, all the games that come day one. And PC Game Pass gets more games than console ones because they get PC exclusives, but it costs less money. And it's so wild to me. I'm like, why is the PC one so much cheaper than the console version? Like,
but PC has always been cheaper to buy games, right? Like whenever you bought like a game that was on both console and PC, I remember back in the game days, like PC was always a cheaper option. It was always that was always the case, and that just feels like it. I don't know. Like I'm so baffled by some of I get the consternation around it, but like some of the full outrage I'm seeing online is absolutely ridiculous. Like because it just like some people are making out like this is the worst thing ever, and like. They should, $1 trillion company, 4 trillion is it that they're on? They shouldn't be. They sacked a fuckload of people. They are profitable. They don't need to be doing this, right? Especially when people are going through such cost of living bullshit across the world. They don't but capitalists gonna keep on making money, aren't they? And we keep feeding the machine because we kill. I'm not dropping my tear. I still think it's a good deal. Like even though it's costing me more money. Like from what I'm playing, I'm getting my money's worth.
100%.
I've played so many more games because of Game Pass that I would never play if I was just buying games because I'm spending 70 quid a go on games that I definitely want to play rather than trying games that I wouldn't play otherwise. And 400 games as an option and 75 every year. Like if you bought everyone, and I mean, you're not gonna play all those games, but I play loads of genres. I don't play fighters and I don't play sport really. That's basically it. But if I'm playing the majority of those games, or they have the option, they might appeal to me, and I'm willing to give them a go. I'm not buying every one of those titles. How much would that cost me? Like, that's just insane. Like, I've got thousands of games in my library that I haven't played. I could probably do with not having Game Pass, so I could play some of those fucking games. But like, I don't like it. I bought a pint earlier tonight, and it cost me £6. Like the extra £8 a month is fine. I don't care. Like, but I'm in a position that I can afford that, and that's great for me. But I totally get that there are people who like, I love gaming. I don't have the money to keep it to continually be a thing all the time. And Game Pass, like Mark said, was a value add that I can get into these things. I can play these cool games. I can be part of the conversation and get involved and, you know, become a streamer or whatever it is because I have access to them. But then it's pushing people out of it. And I'm not like totally not for that. I don't want people to be pushed out of the hobby that they love and the thing that they love. But like I say, I see a lot of outrage for the sake of McDonald's is more expensive than the cost increase in this. Like I just won't buy McDonald's this month. Like, but like, again, I'm in that position. But like, I think it's worth it still. I don't want it to be that cost. Obviously, I'm a cheapskate. I want to save as much money as possible. But like yeah, I'm in the middle because I get why people are pissed, but I also don't understand why they're so pissed. Like.
Yeah,
like because we're talking about games and it's serious business, Addy, and everyone's very annoyed all the time. Like,
right. I always use this when I used to work at game. People come in and complain about the price of a game when it was like 40 quid for a game. I'm like, how many hours of entertainment are you getting for that one game at 40 quid? And that was 20 years ago, right? Whatever, 50, 60 quid now. Like, how many hours of gameplay is a game? People spend 15 quid for a film on DVD and then bitch at me that a game was too expensive for 50 hours of gaming. Like a film is 2 hours. What are you on about? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if people have like, because of things like Steam sales and because of things like the price of Game Pass, and I don't think people realize how much things cost as well. Like,
I mean, I just want to jump in and say that Microsoft had said that Game Pass set a new annual record of 5 billion revenue. So they do cost a lot of money. However,
I mean, obviously that is heavily caveated that Microsoft is profitable, so they shouldn't be doing this to us. But equally, if we like, people always like support the devs and spend all the money and all that sort of stuff. Like devs are technically being supported by Game Pass because they get funded to put games into Game Pass, so that helps support the you know, there's back and forth with devs that really think Game Pass was really good for us, and then the others who's like, no, it wasn't. Like, sure, but like some people are getting exposure from Game Pass existing, and that they've been paid to have that as well. And then people do buy the game anyway. So like, but I'm not a physical game collector. Once I've played the game and I'm done with it, I will not play it again. I've got 1,000 games to play. I don't need it. So like it works for me. And like I'm a whore to subscription services. I've got Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it is. I just it works for me. But I'm not everyone. So I'm a bit in the middle with that.
I'm gonna have to.
Sorry, that was a bit right.
No, good. I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna have to talk to Candy to get her to do another soundbite for me from that clip you just said there. But we'll move on to hear from Frase.
Like I said before, like I'm really on the fence about this. I think Microsoft do a absolutely terrible job of putting their information across. Yes. Whoever they've got in charge of doing that needs to like have a look at themselves in the mirror and just be like, how can we do this better? This by all of the publicity that I've put around this about putting it out, especially Xbox doing their posts about look at this great thing that we're doing. That's not that great. Let's be honest, it's not that great. But I did see this one post from GameStop that had a thing. They posted a picture of their Xbox shelf full of games. And it said like Xbox Game Pass, $30 a month, never own, buy once, own forever. The last time I went into my GameStop, it did not look like that. My GameStop has got maybe 5 Xbox games and maybe 15 PlayStation games, and the rest of it is just junk, pop culture junk.
Yeah.
I used to work in a CD record store back in my teen days when I was cool. And I remember buying one CD used to cost $35.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
$35 for a brand new CD that had, I don't know, now that's what I call music 20. It had
that's a banger, that one.
Oh yeah, it's the best one. And so it would have 25 songs on it, $35, whatever. I had hundreds of CDs and thousands of DVDs. Again, I know exactly. Looking at your shelf back there.
All the CDs, man. I love CDs.
Last time I went back to my mum's, I took them all in to the local pawn shop and just got rid of them because they are literally sitting there doing nothing. No one has a problem streaming music. No one has a problem not owning movies anymore. Yeah. Like, why is there such this big deal about not owning games?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge physical guy. But ever so slowly, I'm becoming not. I like to grab all of the old 360 games because they're super cheap and I'm starting to kind of build a little collection over there. But new games, I'm looking for the cheapest possible option.
Yeah.
I'm not, and whether that's physical or whether it's Game Pass or whether it's digital, whether it's on PC or what, I usually choose Xbox over anything else because I love achievements. Yeah. But like I'm going to look for the cheapest possible option, and still for me, even though the price has gone up, it's still the cheapest possible option.
Yeah.
I would never have played Expedition 33. I would never have bought that because it didn't look like it was for me. But because it's on Game Pass, I played it, and therefore became one of my favorite games of this year. And I wouldn't have. That game here is $60.
Yeah.
So that is 2 months worth of Game Pass.
Yeah.
So straight away, by having Game Pass for 2 months, I've then done that. The same with like Avowed. Like there's just if you take a look at the games that came out this year, the games that I played, I saved thousands of dollars from it, especially because games here in Australia, $80 to $120.
Oh, yeah.
How much games cost here. Yeah, so $35 a month, that's essentially 3 games.
Yeah.
That's three months for one game.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. And exactly like what Harry and everyone's been, sorry, not Harry, fucking Mark and everyone's been saying, the price increase, it doesn't seem necessary. We're not getting more or whatever. But like, you think, I can't remember what subscription service it was that I paid for now has ads. So there's now a tier above that I now have to go to if I don't want ads. But do you know what? I'm actually enjoying the ads. I've dropped down to the
you Blepo broke your brain. You're like, oh my
god, I've dropped my Netflix down to because Netflix is almost the same price as fucking Ultimate Game Pass now. Like, and so I've dropped my Netflix down to like the $10 a month one. It's got ads. It streams on SD. I can't even tell the difference. Couple of ads here and there. We get an ad between episodes. That's it. There's no ads during. Oh, maybe
that's not too bad.
No, I don't think there are ads during. I think it's just an ad between the episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've gone off topic. But yeah,
it's
to bring it all back in, it sucks. You don't have to buy Ultimate. You can get Premium and still get an amazing deal. Sure, you don't get all the day one stuff. Also, with that Fortnite thing, is that going to now make people try Fortnite? I've never played Fortnite. Now that I've got this 1,000 credits, I don't know what 1,000 credits buys me, but
you get the battle pass for free as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Like, is that now going to bring me into the Fortnite fold?
Yeah.
I've had zero interest in it so far. Now the fact that I get a free game pass, get a free battle pass and all these credits, I don't know.
You'll be happy, Frase, because part of Ubisoft Classics coming means that Skull and Bones has now entered the service. So you may have a lot more people to play Skull and Bones.
I might have some friends to play Skull and Bones with. I've been grinding the platinum. I'm almost there. I'm almost.
Do you love a moment of irony? Like, I've got like 300 CDs because I love a CD, because I love like the book and the lyrics and everything. Like, I've got nothing that works in a CD. I've got no CD player. Apart from my Xbox.
Yeah.
I love it.
Someone get Alanis Morissette on the phone, because that is a delicious bit of irony that she doesn't understand.
Jesus Christ. No, I love it. I think you've all tapped into like lots of different facets to think of this, which is really interesting. And again, unfortunately, it'd be nice to be able to have several hours to do this, but we do this quite late or early, depending on where you are. So we will keep trying again, keep it relatively short. But yeah, I think part of the reason, to Adam's point about like the sort of seemingly like unnecessary levels of sort of anger at this, I think where that stems from, other than actors and grifters and that besides that sort of negative element, which is always on the internet and you can't ever get away from it, I think the people who are generally feeling that way and are being genuine in their feelings about it, even if it is still seemingly over a bit much, I think you have to look back at how the fan base of Xbox has been spoken to by Xbox, in that for the longest time, not only were they being constantly told, obviously it's the best value in gaming and all the rest of it, but one of the key things that we were being sold throughout was, you will get all of the Xbox games day one. You are going to be getting things like Call of Duty when the Activision deal went through and stuff like that. And now, of course, the case is that even they have now created more of a sort of like trench between those people who can do it and those who can't, who otherwise could have done before. And those people are now feeling hurt, betrayed to a certain extent, basically, by the fact that they've gone with all this marketing for years with the promise of this happening. And now, before this, probably one of the biggest games that they've been looking forward to coming out, suddenly they've got to now deal with a 50% increase in the price, which is, the largest increase that we've seen on it to date. And as we said, second or third in the last year, 14, 16, 18 months or whatever it is. So it's a build up again of pressure, of course, and I think that's part of the reason, at least for the outrage online. And yeah,
Well, it also,
yeah, go for it.
sorry, it also just opens the door to what's next. Like
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is it just seems to never stop.
Yeah.
And
But, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
prices are going up everywhere, though, aren't they? Like
Yeah,
the only
exactly.
generation that consoles are going up in price. Game prices keep going up. Fucking 80 quid for Mario Kart. Piss off.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but like, it's across the board, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying that there's something that's going on everywhere. Everything's going up, but that's why things like this hurt, though, isn't it? Because it's like the only way I can access, and like it's happening with all the streaming stuff. Disney Plus is going up, Netflix is going up. Like the last thing I will ever unsubscribe from is my music, because it's one of the biggest things in my life. But like, there's going to be a point where some people will, like, where they keep, like, every time it goes up by £1, but at some point that's gonna nick somebody, isn't it? And like, it's what do you have if you have to keep cancelling the stuff? The only way you can access things, like, who can afford to buy a CD every fucking week? I mean, like, that's decades of collection. Like, it's 14 quid a go, £10 a month for Apple Music or whatever. Great, but if it keeps going up where you can't afford it because food is too expensive, then what are you fucking doing? Like, you've got to have fun in life, right? And you need these things. So, like, pushing you out of it is not great at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point was, but yeah.
What I'd like
you don't
to
need
see,
one, Eddie. You don't need one.
Yeah.
No,
What
I
I'd
think
like to see with the 75 plus day one games and things like that is, if you are shelling out this extra money for Ultimate, then, because it's day one on Xbox games until they do a pre-order bonus, and thus someone else gets to play 5 days before you. So, like, and then they'll try and sell you that. It's like, oh, you only have to buy the extra £20 add-on to play Starfield 5 days early, etc., etc. So it's like, can you roll that into my subscription if you're going to charge me an extra £8 a month for it? Like, because I feel like I'm a loyal customer here, like, and I don't play Fortnite, so can I just get to play the Xbox games that I'm subscribed to the service for an extra couple of days early when everybody else does if they pre-order?
Can you imagine?
This is a wider issue with subscription services, though, because I've said this about like Sky and stuff like that. Like, I used to watch Kerrang TV on the thing, but you could only get it with the top tier thing. Like, I don't watch the rest of the bollocks that comes with it. I want Kerrang. Like, why can't I pick the bits that I want and pay those elements? Why do you give me the base tier? Let me, Essential is 10 quid, and then let me build a bundle, like, add on. If I want Ubisoft Classics, I can add it on for 4 quid. If I want day one Game Pass, that's how much it's valued at. I'll add that on. Like, and you can build your tier, and then people can pick the bits they want rather than be forced. Like, I don't want fucking Fortnite crew. I've got Rock Band. I don't need to play it in Fortnite. It's fucking nonsense. Like, do you know what I mean? Let me build my bundle. Like, that's across all subscription bollocks like that. But like this, why can't you do that?
Why they should have done it at the Call of Duty Battle Pass instead of Fortnite. That would have, I think, that would have done. That would have softened the blow, because I mean that's only $14 a Battle Pass. Give everyone a free Battle Pass every month, mate. You will have people frothing for that.
Yeah, you own it. You're allowed to do that. Like, this is not like we don't have to enter any negotiations. You can just do that. Like,
Mark, what are you thinking? Hearing what everyone else has said and I've heard that, like, where are you at?
I think I'm kind of this is like a lot more negative than I think the vibes I'm getting from you guys, if I'm honest. I think the perception of value is, of course, individual to everyone.
Yes.
But I struggle to see £30, well, $30 to 20, nearly £25 a month being something I need to do all the time. And yes, I can turn it on and off when I want, as can everyone. But I think that with the price of the consoles, with the price of the peripherals, with the price of the subscription service, which is But once you're in, that's people's game libraries, and sometimes I think Microsoft know they've got people by the balls now because people have bought an Xbox, and their whole library of game is just what's in Game Pass, and if they turn that off, then they're screwed. They've got nothing to play, and I guess that's the part of that is on the individual that's paying for the subscription. That's what they signed up for. But I just think it's a little bit kind of naughty to kind of keep cranking up the price, and people's games are no longer available to them. Like say subscription that you pay for it. That's what you expect when you turn it off. But I'm more on the negative side of thing. Coming back to what you said about cloud before, yeah, I think cloud is great as something which is supplementary to people that are gamers. But I just think that kind of just for cloud purposes, I don't see too many people using that, if I'm honest. But I think go back a couple of points, what was mentioned about kind of Xbox console gamers being treated as second tier. I think Xbox have had a really bad run of doing that since probably this kind of mid last gen, when they started to put things onto PC. Xbox gamers started to feel pushed out for the faith that they put in the business for the tough times when Xbox has no games era. People held on, really probably shouldn't have. I wish I kind of dipped to PlayStation when it made more sense to do so, and during the Xbox One days. But
the controller sucks, mate.
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
Totally agree with that.
And also, PlayStation has no games now, so they can go fuck themselves.
What are you talking about, Adam? Spoilers for what I'm looking forward to playing. What are you talking about?
Well done, on your first PlayStation release this year.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Sorry, Mike. Go on.
No, so I mean, I'm one of these kind of Xbox gamers that's been through the dark times and stuck around, and it's another knife that they've put in and keep twisting. Everything that kind of all the faith that people put into the business and stick around for the shit times. I think this is just another one, and I think that the main thing I'm now fearful of is what the price of admission will be for next gen. We've seen the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think that blew people away. What was it, 700? Basically 700 quid.
Yeah.
1,200 here.
Fuck off.
God.
Jesus.
That's just awful.
I mean, mine cost me that because I broke a monitor, but
You look at like the ROG Ally for Xbox. That's coming out at basically $1,000, 800. I think it's 800 or 700.
Again, 1,200 here.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
man, just criminal. And you think that's just a hand.
My wife was going to buy it for me for my birthday, and I said to her, "Don't.
Yeah.
Let's go on a holiday, or let's go and do something else." Like, I don't
do that.
I'm not
So they
going
can go on
to use it,
holiday.
Mark. I sit here and game. This is my area. When I'm not sitting here, I want to not be gaming. I spend far too much time sitting in this fucking chair, and so when I'm not sitting in this chair, I can't be around it because I'll sit out on the couch. I bought one of those
the backbone.
the backbones, and I
It's super
sit out
cool
there
looking.
on my phone. Mom's watching TV. I'm fucking playing Borderlands on my phone, and she'll talk to me, and I'll just be sitting there, and she'll be like, "Fraser," I'm like, "Oh, what?" She's like, "The fucking dinner's ready," and I'm like, "Fuck." Yeah, look, it's so good. I really want one of those Death Stranding ones. Oh, but they sold out like instantly.
Yeah,
I've got
But
the
yeah.
Xbox green one. It's fun.
Oh, beautiful. But like, I drive to work now that I've got my new job, but I spend 2 hours on the train every day with the cloud. I would never buy Ultimate just for the cloud.
Yeah,
No.
It's a cool addition, but it's not a. Yeah,
I've got to think that's got the ROG Ally though in mind though when they've designed that, because obviously you'd be streaming a fuck ton of stuff on. If you've got that and it's sold out, didn't it, on the stores and stuff? They're like, that's clearly for them. You want the best streaming on your new device that streams things? There you go.
This is it. Yeah.
There's definitely, I think, a kind of truth to it there. Yeah, I think a lot of this will come down to having to prove to people who are willing to not knee-jerk react and like drop a tier or cancel subscriptions outright. I think they have to prove to them it's worth sticking around now, because you can say like, oh, but you got all these great games before. We got them at the price that we had before. They have established what they were worth. They now have to prove what is now worth that. You can't tell me that as a person who was subscribed to your subscription that you were lucky what we were giving you before. Fuck off. No, I will then walk. I will find somebody who will give me what I want and not treat me like shit. Like there is a difference in how you approach this. And that's why you see PlayStation not get as much of a rag for it, because they didn't spend all their time pandering to their fan base, getting chummy with them and stuff like that. PlayStation have treated everyone as, arm's length cold, as they always have done. They've never changed in that regard. Nintendo's wacky. You never know what they're thinking, quite frankly, so you don't even worry about them, as is always the case.
What if we release Virtual Boy?
Literally, you don't know what they're thinking.
Like, we hate you. Like, we hate you. Give us your money. Here's a Mario, and it's like, okay, thanks.
Okay,
exactly.
That's what Nintendo
does.
Xbox is like that boss that you become friends with.
Yeah.
And then when they discipline you, you're like, whoa. I thought we were friends. Like, nah.
I thought you were going to be cool about this,
Yeah.
But exactly.
You're right.
That's the thing.
You're right about Harry, because they put an incredible amount of pressure on themselves now to deliver. Because if you're increasing the price, people are going to like, the value needs to be there. Those 75 games largely have to be bangers now. Like you have to deliver on that. And like they've been very good with Expedition 33, Sniper Elite, Resistance Avowed. So, there's been a fucking banger year for Game Pass games. I'm not denying that. It has to continue, especially when you're charging more for it, because people be like, the fuck.
Yeah. You got to make sure that you've got a lot of other games that are like what we ended up having with Expedition 33 and stuff. You can't be telling me that the 75 plus games are going to be the majority. Like, another sort of, we've got like half a dozen or a dozen. So, Vampire Survivor likes that because they're the in vogue indie game to make right now. So it's like,
Mark would hate that.
Exactly. So
you'd be like, bring it on.
Survivor is great. How dare you? It's great.
No, there are great ones. That's what I mean. But like at the same time, we all know that as soon as a genre becomes popular, especially in the indie scene, it then floods the scene because everybody makes them, and especially now with AI being involved and all that sort of crap, they're just churned out by the most awful people just to make a buck. So if I don't
want to see. Sorry, continue.
No, go.
I was just going to say that's the thing that I am concerned about, because when they did all these layoffs, it was to invest more in AI. When they were talking about other increases and stuff like that, it's so Microsoft can invest in AI. And I know a lot of people at my work use like Copilot and stuff like that for things, and it's like, delete the M dash. I can tell you that you didn't fucking write this. Oh, and then I asked you a question, you don't know what you're talking about. Great. But at the same time, I'm like, where's my money going? So you're going to charge me extra for the same service because I'm not going to start playing Fortnite because I don't care about it. And then what you're going to take whatever extra billion that you generate of this, so it's 6 billion next year rather than 5 billion for the profits for Game Pass. And are you going to tell me it's to use AI in video games? Because that's a fucking slap in the face. I do not want this.
Well, is it even going to go back into the video game industry? They're just going to take that money and spend it on other Microsoft projects, like
balls and cocaine and all that stuff.
Yeah, we've all seen it. We know. We know that it happens.
We know the right thing.
The dollar just getting sucked off by.
Okay. All right. Jesus Christ.
Anyway. Cut that bit out. So I do think it's a negative thing. I'm much more aligned to Mark. I'm going to still pay for it because I have a problem. And I do actually play a lot of games on Game Pass. We're not your average casual gamer.
No.
We play a huge amount of games, so it's still an okay value proposition for me. But I'm getting the same as what I got before for more money. There's no added extra that I really care about on it.
No.
And I do and I completely agree with Mark's point that who is this? How you can't attract new people to this service now. They might go for a premium, but you're not attracting new people to Ultimate that.
I've got to think the building. The work, I'm maybe giving them the benefit of the doubt here. I'm not in a good way, but just thinking that they're probably anticipating what next gen looks like, and I think there's a potential that the consoles, because they said they're working on consoles. You
Yep.
take what they say is legit or whatever. But are their consoles going to be like the ROG Ally, where it's third party but endorsed, and if you want it, you can have it. It's there. There's an Xbox, but it's the service that they're selling now, and it's just because everything's an Xbox, so the service is what they're selling. The service is everywhere. And if that's the case, they're not spending money and they're not making money on the consoles because they haven't been for a while. So well, fuck the consoles off officially and make it third party for everything. Maybe they'll have an official one, but it'll be £1,000 and people won't buy it. But they'll make money because the people who do buy it, they'll be emerging on it, and then the money comes from the subscription. But to do that, they have to put the price up. They don't have to. They're a $4 trillion company.
Yeah.
They don't have to do fuck all like that.
And again, yeah, it like I know I mentioned like the longer timeline. I know earlier, even just the short timeline that we've had of like the last 72 hours, it obviously went like record revenue for the last year of Game Pass, price going up on Game Pass, and not that it's a big deal, but it's just poetic that the first announcement about Game Pass was the 4 games leaving at Game Pass this month. That it's just sort of like could have timed that a little bit better. Maybe don't sandwich it. Don't try and shit sandwich the situation.
I'm really surprised
because don't do good, bad, good. No,
they only do it on a Friday evening when nobody's about. Like the COD 7 bit has just dropped. Like, just bury it under like fucking. No one would really pick up on it, but like fucking hell. Like,
instead they bury announcements about like Fallout 76 and like their own games, which is fucking stupid. So it's absolute nightmare. But we're sort of getting to the end of the episode here, guys. Does anybody have any like final thoughts they want to get out, or anything they want to go back to quickly before we move on to what we are looking forward to?
All I'll say is I might sound like I'm like fine with it. Like I'm obviously not fine with paying more money, but like Mark said, I think ultimately it's what value do you get, and that's how you decide, isn't it? Whether it's good for you or not. Like, and that's the same for all of us, isn't it? Whether it's worthwhile is based on what we're getting out of the service and whether it's worth it or not. And like, I am a scab and I will continue paying it because it works for me. And like V said, she's not dropping. So like, I assume she's a scab as well. So
hey, I play like at least like 45 games from Game Pass a year. Yeah. Like Frase is saying, like, my gaming addiction is full blown. Like, there's no way. I wouldn't have played a lot of them because if I had to pay for them. But 2, like, I play a lot of fucking video games. I don't finish a lot of them, but I play them.
We finish them for review, though. Let me
unless they're from review, obviously, if they're for review, I do finish them.
My true achievement ratio is awful.
Like don't even. No,
this job has ruined us.
Yeah.
Picking away trying to get to 60% my true achievement completed percentage. Yeah.
I guess the other thing to say as well is find someone to game share with.
Yeah.
Because you could split that you could split that subscription cost.
Yeah. And shop around, like generally shop around, guys. If like I said, I got 6 months of subscription for £36, so that's probably what, about $50. It's so super cheap. Don't give Microsoft all your money directly. Shop around, and also, if you've got a rolling month subscription, there's nothing you're going to play. Turn it off.
Yeah.
And just come back, because there are so many times where, like with Netflix, you can go for a month and I won't watch anything on it, but then I'll come back and watch like 5 series in a month. But if you're not going to use it, turn it off. And explore other options. There are so many good places to game. I've had this Steam Deck now for about 4 months. I bang on about it all the time. But the price of games, I mean, I could have, but for a month of Game Pass, I could have probably a year's worth of games in the Steam Store sale. Not everyone's on Steam, of course, but shop around and see what the other options are. If you're unhappy about the Game Pass news, there are so many cheap ways to game. And, when the industry is trying to make it more expensive for us all the time, do what you do in any other walk of life. Just shop around, try and save a bit of money. Everything else is going up, isn't it? So,
I need to say that advice, because I've not turned my PlayStation on since November last year, and I've continued to pay for PS Plus, and I just do not.
So have I. And I got their email saying that next year's going to be more. And I was like, oh, cool, it's going to be more. And I didn't do anything about it. and now I've got
Please
it
bear
again
in
for
mind,
another
guys,
year.
if you cancel your PS Plus subscription after a certain amount of time, they will delete your cloud saves. So please back up your saves. This is a PSA.
Because they
It's
So-
not PSAs. We're not-
Yeah,
to not include the standard.
you can cancel your Xbox One at any time. They will not get rid of your saves, but PlayStation will delete your cloud saves after a certain amount of time if you're not paying for PS Plus. So that's just a public service announcement. If
Yeah.
you're trying to save some money
There you
and then go back to it, you will no longer have your Bloodborne save. And if, like me, that happens, for some reason, it will also wipe all of your achievements, so or your trophies. But I think
There you
that
go.
was a bug. But yeah.
No. That was your GSC WMP PSA from V.
Yeah. LPG,
Nearly
LTD.
half the alphabet.
LITSD, FAE, whatever.
Yeah. So there you go. Take that on board. And yeah, as Mark said, definitely think about shopping around. I would recommend loaded.com, the website that was originally CD Keys. They changed their name. Very stupid, especially in the UK where we used to have a lads mag called Loaded. If you don't know what a lads mag is, Google it.
We're not allowed to do that anymore. We cannot
here.
Google things
We
like that.
can't look at porn. Life's great.
Don't
Not
take it
anymore.
away, Nintendo. We can't look at porn.
Yeah, don't be angry with us. Remember who you're bullying. This is who you're bullying on the internet. Someone who can't look at porn.
This is why we're angry.
Right.
Guys, come on.
Let's round up with our usual closing segment, of course, which is what we're looking forward to. I've already said that I'm looking forward to Ghost of Yote because it's in my house. So I will get around to that eventually. It is still in the wrapping, but yeah, it will be played at some point this week.
Nice.
Frase, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to jumping into this Black Ops 7 beta, to be honest. I have a bit of fun with that this afternoon. Battlefield 6 is coming out in a couple of days. Again, I'll be jumping onto that. Little Nightmares 3.
Nice.
It's good. It's a good little month coming up. Plus all my millions of backlogs. I've decided that I'm going to platinum Lords of the Fallen, so I need to sort of figure out how I do that.
Well, I'll get you on before the end of the year, man. You can give us an update.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Love it.
Mark, what are you looking forward to?
It's already been said, and it's just going to be Battlefield. I'm trying to clear off a few little Wii games that are on the backlog ahead of next week. But honestly, like looking forward to the multiplayer. But get me in that campaign. I can't wait.
Yes.
I really can't wait for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks.
100%.
I'm talking about that last week. So 6 hours of shooting the shit out of some dudes. Yeah, give me that.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
Look
here.
forward to
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we'll listen to your impressions on here. Hopefully, that'll be good. Adam, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I would say Battlefield 6, but it sounds unoriginal.
Everyone's
doesn't it?
pinching them. You know, you got to get in quick.
I am also looking forward to Black Ops 7 beta. I don't know if I'll get much time over the weekend to play it, but I always like a beta when there's things to achieve that you can unlock in the main game. I'm a bit of a sucker for that. So there's get to level 30, lock a cool skin on your gun and shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play that. But I think I said last time, Ball Pit. I'm looking forward to Ball Pit. I'm throwing those balls around. Let's blow some shit up. Fucking yeah, do that.
Oh dear.
I don't even know what that is.
Well.
Is that a McDonald's playground? Isn't that the Ball Pit?
Ball Pit, yeah. No, it's Devolver Digital. It's delightfully unhinged.
Ooh.
Very interesting looking brick breaker / roguelike / city builder / dungeon crawler. Mental.
Yeah. With Souls-like elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They would have added catching creatures and using them to fight, but unfortunately Nintendo stopped them.
And there's fishing. There's also fishing.
There's fishing. You've always got to have fishing.
It's cozy as well.
Davey, what are you looking forward to?
Well, just before we started the podcast, I was on the Steam autumn sale because Steam always had an autumn sale. I feel like
They're
we
just
used to
making
do the
them up
summer
now.
sale and the winter sale. But now I'm like, Steam, every time I open you have a sale, and it's a problem. It's a problem for how much I buy, which is too much.
DFS, isn't it?
They're just making up sales as they go now, and they have multiple ones on at a time. There'll be the autumn sale, there'll be the Steam Next Best sale, and then they'll just be sale of games that weren't in previous sales but now are on sale.
Yeah, absolutely. But on that, I just picked up Half-Life Alyx for my Meta
Oh.
Quest 3.
Oh,
So
nice.
I will be playing through that, as I have played through some of it before at my friend's house, where he then found out I am just completely unhinged while he was watching me play it. But no, it's super, super fun. I'm very excited to play through that and just scare the fucking bejesus out of myself in my house by myself. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's also a little indie game called Absalom, which is like a little side-scrolling beat 'em up roguelike that looks super, super
Yes.
fun.
Those are
I
good.
think we've featured it on the demo disc before, and I'm looking forward to that when it comes out in the middle of the month. But yep, that's me.
Excellent. Yeah, currently looking through releases.com. Yeah, we've got that Kuman, the Wandering Spirit game,
Oh
is it?
yeah.
Yep, that's coming out. We've got we've got Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot
I
that
mean,
one was coming out this month. God damn it.
yeah.
Moving on.
Ninja Gaiden 4. We've got Painkiller. We've got, oh my goodness, Dispatch. Yeah, it's
Escape from
busy,
Darkov.
busy.
Have you seen that?
Yes, that was on the demo disc. Yeah, Escape from Darkov. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. But yeah,
Clearly.
that's obviously everything that we're looking forward to, and that's going to be the end of the episode. So yeah, anything that we've talked about today, please do check down below in the description, because we'll have all the links to any of our articles there. We've got a bunch of reviews that have just gone up. So like Dying Light the Beast has just gone up. I've done a review for Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny you can check out. We've got our Blippo review up on there. Some of Mark's will be going up on there in the future. And I know, again, a lot of stuff's been going up as we've been recording this. So yeah, please go over and check out the site at www.gamersocialclub.ca. And yeah, otherwise though, thank you again for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode. Drop a comment below if you've got anything you'd like to share with us or any feedback. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And yeah, we've got a new issue of the demo disc coming up this month, as always, with October's issue. So yeah, look forward to that. This will be the last time I drop the September issue in there. So check out those demos from the previous month. We'll get a fresh batch coming up. But yeah, thank you everybody here for joining in. Frase, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, it's bright and early for
No,
you.
thank you so much
really
for having
appreciate
me. It's always a blast getting to chat with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Definitely try and get you one more as well. Now we've got Dara, so we've got a nice bit of rotation going, which is lovely.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. This has been great, as always. Thank you all for listening and watching at home. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Play some great games, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.